money ain't a thing. Money ain't a thing.
Money in the bank. Money in the bank.
We can talk, but money talk, so talk more.
Ash Cash Show, Ash Cash Show, the Ash Cash Show, Ash Cash Show, the Ash Cash Show, Ash Cash Show, the Ash Cash Show, Ash Cash Show, Ash Cash Show, the Ash Cash Show, Ash Cash Show, the Ash Cash Show, Ash Cash Show.
Baby, I got your money.
Welcome to the Ash Cash Show every Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Make sure you go to the ashcashshow.com. Subscribe to the podcast. Go to ashcashtv.com. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Today is about following your lead. Right? Today is about following your lead. I think a lot of times we know, right? We know what we're supposed to be doing intuitively. And I ain't even gonna say for some reason, we know the reasons, right? We know why a lot of times we don't follow our own lead. We know why, you know what I'm saying? Like we always focusing on other things, you know what I'm saying? Nancy Yvette is in the building, 6 a.m. marketing. What up, Sierra? What up, Sierra? Salute. Appreciate the tap in. Miss Tiff, Toya, Patrick Watkins, appreciate the badge love. Mike, what up? ATL Chill. Oh, my guy Travis in the building. What up? Yeah, I need another treatment, matter of fact. I'm feeling good, but nothing to feel better. You know what I'm saying? I got to set up an appointment. But yeah, today is about following your lead. And I got the beats on. Wait, hold on. We're gonna start daily aspirations first. Oh, I need a hip-hop version of this, but we're gonna take this. Rich Rising. We're gonna take this. I need you to follow your lead. Right? I need you to follow your lead. Happy Wednesday. Y'all ready? Happy Wednesday, my winners of life and conquerors of all circumstances. Welcome to a new day and a new opportunity to get it right. Today's daily aspiration is dedicated to following your own lead. You know more than you think you know. You can do more than you give yourself credit for. If you continue to doubt your abilities, then the life you will lead will be a life that is no better than mediocre. If you begin to trust yourself and go confidently where your heart sends you, then your possibilities become endless. Trying to hold on to a life that isn't really yours will cause you all types of unnecessary strife and struggles. Your happiness and bliss resides on the side of following your dreams wherever they may lead. Sometimes the road may seem dark and turbulent, but if you keep moving, you will undoubtedly see the light. There is no other way to be successful but to do what you love and love what you do. Stop fighting the obvious. Follow the signs and never, ever give up. I'll leave you a couple of quotes. First one's by Joseph Campbell, and it says, if you follow your bliss, doors will open for you that wouldn't have opened to anyone else. Next quote by Erica Jong, and it says, we all have talent. What is rare is the courage to follow that talent to the dark place where it leads. And last but not least, by Henry David Thoreau, and it says, go confidently in the directions of your dreams. Live the life you have imagined. Cut this off real quick. I need y'all to catch this real quick. Hold on. I need y'all to catch this real quick. All right. I need y'all to catch this real quick. We all have talent, right? We all have talent. Every last one of us, we all got talent, right? We all have talent. I don't think there's any of us that don't have talent. We all have talent, right? We all have some talent, right? But the rare thing, right? It ain't about the talent. We all got talent. But the rare thing is the courage, right? The rare thing is the courage to follow that talent to the dark place where it leads. I need y'all to meditate on that, right? We all got talent. We all got talent. But you have to be courageous enough, right? You have to be courageous enough to follow that talent in the dark places. That it's the rare thing. The rare thing is the courage to follow that talent into the dark place, right? Why am I saying that? Because a lot of us know who we need to be. We know what we should be putting out to the world, but we are so afraid of ourselves. I said what I said. We are so afraid of ourselves that we don't have the courage to give the world exactly who we are already. The crazy thing about it is that it ain't even giving the world a different version of you. We are so afraid of ourselves that we are unwilling to give the world the full version of us. We rather change and become somebody else instead of just living in our truth and giving the world exactly who we are. You know I'm talking to you. You know you in the house talking about I'm gonna do this when I'm gonna, when this, like you got conditions on yourself. How you expect to live your best life when you got conditions on you? It ain't even other people. You acting as if other people got conditions, right? Oh, they won't accept me. You won't accept you. You won't accept you. You got conditions on yourself. You got conditions on yourself. Like you're not even willing to give the world the real you. Like you're not even willing to say, you know what? This is who I am. You know what I'm saying? Hey, this is who I am. We could try to change, but that's just the top layer, fam. You was who you was when you got here. You know what I'm saying? So you got conditions on you, right? You got this condition. You say, I ain't gonna live my best life. I'm afraid to give the world my true self, who I really am. And so I got conditions on myself. I won't do X until Y, right? So you have this whole formula, right? You got this whole formula in which, I got this formula. I'm not gonna go in. I'm gonna go in a different in this direction once these pieces come together, right? When you are already perfect, right? Like you're already perfect. Like you are perfect right now, but nobody else is gonna see that perfection because you don't see it, because you got conditions. And so life is a mirror, right? Life is a mirror, and you're not getting back from the world what you wish you would get from the world because you're not projecting that thing to yourself, right? And so we're gonna let Tom Bill you talk to you a little bit about pushing past your comfort zone, because this is necessary. Somebody needs to hear this.
If you want to do something extraordinary with your life,
you gotta build credibility with yourself.
Asking yourself what the least you need to do is, and start asking yourself, what's the most you can bear?
What's the most you can bear?
Humans are capable of truly unbelievable things, but the reality is, the way that we get better is by going through a simple process of adaptation. But what triggers the adaptation is stressors. It's doing things that are difficult. It's pushing yourself into a state of adapt or die.
Yeah.
The body wants to conserve energy. So unless you put yourself in a state where the body absolutely feels like to survive, it must adapt, you're never going to change. And that's why only the most elite people end up achieving at the highest level, because they take the time to shape themselves. They put the energy into getting better. They're willing to suffer. They're willing to push through and persevere. But until you're willing to do that, until you're willing to stop asking yourself what you can get away with, and start asking yourself, how far can I go? Just how much am I capable of? And when your fascination becomes that, when you start wondering just how much am I capable of, and every level that you achieve excites you to push harder and go farther and do more and bear more weight, then all of a sudden you really can begin to surpass other people. But it takes that. It takes a total shift of your mindset. You've got to be obsessed with just how far you can go. You have to be obsessed with finding your breaking point and then pushing beyond that.
Push beyond your breaking point.
Begin to take advantage of the adaptation process. That's how you begin to improve. That's how you begin to build your body and build your mind, is to push beyond your comfort zone. That is how you get great. At the end of the day, nobody sat their way to greatness. Nobody sat back and relaxed and became extraordinary. The only people who really achieve, the only way that humans are able to do the extraordinary things that we're able to do, is by going to that breaking point and then beyond. But you have to find something in there that you want that badly. There's no way to just do it. You've got to find something in you that you believe in so much that you're willing to push yourself that hard. So you've got to construct a story about not only who you are, but what you can become. And when that narrative is so compelling that it pushes you forward, then you will have the kind of change that you want in your life. But first, you have to believe that you can do it. You've got to put yourself out there. You've got to grind and work. But to do that, to work that hard, to make those kinds of changes, you've got to be willing to test yourself. You've got to be willing to look inside yourself and find out who you really are. You've got to be willing to stare nakedly at your inadequacies and be willing to push through them. You can't pretend. You've got to really look at your results and see if you're making the progress that you want to make. And that's where a lot of people fail. They lie to themselves. They want to get away with something. They want to see if anybody's looking. But the reality is, the only thing that matters in this life, what do you think about yourself?
What do you think about
when
yourself?
You're by yourself?
When you by yourself?
There's no campaigning. There's no convincing.
What do you think about yourself when you by yourself?
There's only the credibility that you've either earned with yourself or not. And the hard truth is that self-worth comes from doing something worthy. It comes from the hard things. It comes from the suffering. It comes from persevering when things get difficult, to know what you want and to stay that course even when everything else is trying to knock you off. So build that thing in your life, build that belief, know that you can do it, and be willing to go through hell to get to the other side, to get to the person that you were always meant to be. It won't be easy, but it sure as hell is possible. We all need a word of encouragement from time to time. So I want this to be that word. So let me tell you what I know. You can change. No matter what you think of yourself, humans are designed to change. That's what we do. But you have to put yourself underneath tremendous stress in order to trigger that adaptation response. But if you know what direction you want to move in, if you know what you want to become, you can change into that. And so holding on to the fears and the doubts and the worries, they're not serving you, and looping around that mentally and wondering if you're going to make it, and practicing mentally how you would deal with the failure, how you would justify it to people. All of that is stopping you from doing the one thing that actually will work. Trying, practicing, training, falling down. Those are the very things that you need to do. The very simple act of taking action. That's the thing that you have to focus on. If you do that, then you'll be able to trigger your ability to change. So I don't need you to believe that you're capable of something extraordinary now. And I know in your heart you have that dream. You have that small flicker of a belief that you can do it. That if you just try, that you could figure it out. And that's what I want you to focus on. You could figure it out. Not that you already know how to do it. I fully accept that you don't. I fully accept that most of the things that I want to do with my life and will go on to do, I'm not yet capable of. But I so believe in the human ability to change, not even something that's unique to myself, just the human ability to change. That if I simply walk that path of doing, of trying, of failing and learning, that on a long enough timeline, I will win. So whatever it is that you're thinking about doing right now, I want to be that voice in your head that says you can do it.
You can do it.
Maybe not today. You can do it. You can become capable of that thing that you want, that you so dream about, that would give you that sense of self-pride that you want, that you hunger for. And I will say this, be proud, even if you never reach it, as long as you try. So go out right now, stop this, stop listening to this, stop whatever you're doing and get out there and try. Do it and remember that it is a process of adaptation. And to go through that process, you must get under stress. It's the only way that you'll grow. But you can do it. You can grow. You can become whatever you want. No one will ever hate you with the intensity that you can hate yourself. And that's why you absolutely must take the time to build your self-worth. And I really wish that building your self-worth was simply as easy as repeating to yourself that you love yourself. But it's not. The reality is, if you want to love yourself, you have to do something that is worthy of that love. You have to do something that you believe in. You have to find a way to build credibility with yourself, to tell yourself you're going to do something and know that you're actually going to see it through. The reality is we're all watching ourselves all the time. We know how we behave. And so you really have to think about that. I want it to be enough. I want it to be enough that you exist and that you're going to be okay simply because you are. The reality is we don't look at life like that, and we do judge ourselves, and we do think about whether or not we're following through on the things that we said we were going to do. And it's okay to start small. It's okay not to have a grand dream. It's okay not to be able to do that yet. It is very okay not to be extraordinary. You don't need that to love yourself. But what you do need is purpose. What you do need is to take that time to define what is it that you're trying to do with your life. Why do you matter? What is it that you're going to be able to bring to yourself and to the world that doesn't have to be big? It just has to be real. It has to be something that's true to you. It has to be something that you're willing to commit to. And once you're willing to commit to it, to put in the energy every day to get up and pursue that thing. And again, this is not me. I'm not judging you. I can really tell you, I love you, and it's enough that you just exist. But I know that in your head, in all of our heads, is a voice that says that just isn't true. And so to connect with ourselves and to find that meaning and to develop it, to create meaning in our lives, we have to set an intention. We have to pursue that intention. Start small. Know what you want. Get out of bed. Get after it. Set rules for yourself. Follow those rules. Once you start doing those simple things, and again, they don't have to be big, but once you start setting a rule, having an intention, following your rules, building towards that intention, suddenly you're going to earn that credibility with yourself.
You gotta earn that credibility with yourself.
No matter what anybody says to you, and they are going to say negative things, haters are going to come after you. That is just a reality of life, but you will be impervious to that if you have built within you belief that you are worthy.
You're worthy.
Because you take small steps every day to do something that means something to you. Doesn't matter what other people think.
It don't matter what other people think.
But it matters a lot what you think about yourself. So every day, earn that worth.
Earn that worth.
Hey, what's the man right now? You're tuned into Mind Right Radio. Elevate your mind. Elevate your life.
So here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. You know, self-worth, you got to follow your lead, right? You got to follow your lead. You got to follow your lead. You know what you want out of life. You know what your desires are, right? And I wouldn't even say you're worth it without earning it, right? And so just to put it in context, earn that worth doesn't mean that you got to prove it to somebody else. You just got to prove it to you, right? You got to prove to you that you're worthy. And so earning your worth just means that when you wake up and you build credibility with yourself, you say, no matter what, right? No matter what, I am going to do everything in my power to live my best life, right? You need to know that you're worthy, and you need to move to that next level. So let's talk about self-love real quick.
Never really saw you coming.
Let's talk about self-love for a second. Let's talk about self-love. Yep. You used to think that you was nothing. But look at the love you found. Well, hold on. You used to think that you was nothing. But look at this love you found. Look what happens when you start loving yourself, when you start giving yourself what you know you deserve already. Abundance is your birthright, right? You used to think you was nothing. But look at this love you found. Look at this love that was already there. Look at this love that was already there, that you didn't have to look for. Yo, you didn't have to look for it. You didn't have to beg for it. You didn't have to, there was no conditions. The moment you just decided, like, yo, I love you. To yourself, though. Look at this love you found. Hold on, let's go. Hold on.
Never really saw you coming.
Never really saw you coming. Until you turned me around. Yep. Don Oliver, thank you for the bad love.
Look at this love.
Look at this love you found. You found it. It was there all the time. Yep. Never want to see you cry. No more tears. Yep. Take that chance. Yep.
Loneliness is a manifestation of self-hate. Let me put it another way, please. Number one, self-love is a result of self-discovery.
Self-love is self-discovery.
You'll never love yourself. Number two, self-love is a result of self-source. What I mean by that is you have to discover where your self was sourced. Where did you come from?
You
cannot love yourself if you don't know where you came from. Because source determines value. In other words, if I took a piece of rock and I cut it in half, does it become anything else? No, it's just a piece of rock. If I cut it again, what did it become? A piece of rock again. In other words, whatever it was originally, no matter how I break it down, that's what it is. So if I took a diamond and I cut it in half, what I got? 2 diamonds. Cut it again, I got what? 4 diamonds. So now you see, it maintains the value. So if you don't know your source, you don't know your value. Number 3, self-love is a result of self-worth. You can never give yourself worth if you don't know where you came from. And you can't know where you came from if you don't discover yourself and discover your source. In other words, you are suffering from other people's value of you. And that's why you need them to keep giving you value. Or sometimes we create value out of the things we collect. That's why the fashion industry controls your life and you're broke and depressed. Because you keep trying to buy things to give yourself value, but you ain't know how much you're worth. This is why you collect cars with big names and dresses with fancy brand names and shoes with brand names and you want to live in a certain way. Because the whole thing has to do with a lack of self-love. You need to collect things to give yourself value. That's why when you lose them, you really go crazy. Number 4. Self-love is a result of self-esteem. Esteem means how much do you estimate you cost or worth? What is your estimate of your value? Some people, it is so low, they sell themselves on the street.
prostitution. Sometimes they sell themselves sophisticatedly in their jobs, or even sell themselves in a relationship that they know they shouldn't go that low, but they don't have any estimation of their true value, and so they sell themselves cheap on the altar of compromise just to have company around. You shouldn't marry anybody to make you feel important. Forget it. Self-love is a result of self-esteem.
Self-esteem.
When you realize how much you are worth, you fall in love with yourself. Let me give you an example. If I gave you a plastic ring out of a Cracker Jack box, and then gave you a $10,000 diamond ring, and gave you both of them, which one would you really love the most? Which one would you want to know where it is all the time? You don't care what a plastic ring is. Which one do you put in a nice leather pouch and you put it in a private place? Self-estimation makes you treat yourself with leather pouch experience. Don't touch this. I just can't go anywhere. I am diamond. This ain't plastic. I can't be seen just with anybody. Come on, y'all talk to me now. See, but it has to do with your self-esteem. Self-love. Number 5, self-love is a result of self-concept. Concept has to do with pictures. The word concept means idea or picture. How do you picture yourself?
How do you picture yourself?
How you treat yourself. And that picture comes from your discovery where you came from. You know, a diamond is a diamond is a diamond. You ever heard that? And it's a rose is a rose is a rose. In other words, once the thing is hit, that's what it is. And so your picture of yourself doesn't come from other people, but we keep getting it from them. Oh, you look nice. Well, listen, I don't need you to tell me I look nice. I told myself that this morning before I left. And if you never told me, I still know I look nice. Because I'm cool, man. This is me. I love me, say. You understand me? See, self-concept, you don't walk around allowing people to paint you how you should feel about yourself. And you're supposed to know who you are. Opposite to what my mother and father taught me in the same island as in the world. They said, son, never talk about yourself. My mom is very for this. What? Stop talking about yourself. Stop talking about yourself. What? Be concerned. Stop talking about yourself. Now, that may sound nice, but that's stupid. That's what causes low self-esteem. When your child says, mommy, I'm good at this. Well, don't say you're good, Let's stop that. Stop, talking big about yourself. And they will correct you from feeling good about yourself. And that's the word my mother said, you never use that word. Stop saying I. Remember? So you don't do that. I. His I was constant. I am the bread of life. I am the water of life. I am the door. I am the way. I am the truth. I am the resurrection. I am the sheep gate. I am the way. I am the life. I am the bread. I am the water. I am the resurrection. I. Brother, you a lot of I. Yes, I am. That's why I don't need your opinion to tell me who I am. Because when you have a sense of self-concept, your own picture, that other people's opinion don't touch you. Their perception don't touch you. You gotta be very important to be able to say to yourself, I am. If you don't know who you are, he'll tell you. Number 6, self-love is a result of self-identity. When you know who you are, you fall in love with yourself. Number 7, self-love is a result of self-value. How much do you value yourself?
How much do you value yourself?
Your love for yourself. If you believe you are valuable, you fall in love with yourself. Just like that ring, that diamond or plastic. So the discovery of your identity determines your attitude towards yourself, and that determines the measure of love of yourself, and that determines how much you can love you. We've been asking you the wrong question. You should never ask someone, do you love me? That's the wrong question first. First question, excuse me, do you love you?
Do you love you?
And if they are shocked by the question, leave fast. Because right away you know, they don't even know what you're talking about. See? This is why marriages don't work. People go to marriage looking for love.
They go to marriage looking for love.
You go to marriage because you already love yourself.
You already love yourself.
Share that with someone else.
You want to share your love with someone else.
You got it already. Number 7, self-value. I guess some point I want to make here. Self-love is the source of true singleness. I think you've done it already. That's why I always tell people, you ain't single yet. Single is the most important relationship in the world.
Yo, single is the most relationship, the best relationship you can have.
Love with yourself. Singleness means that you love yourself.
Wait, hold on. Let me tell you. Yo, this is a goodie. I want you to know this though, right? Is that being single is the best relationship you could ever have, right? And you're truly not single until you love yourself, right? And it's so crazy because people are looking to get into relationships so that they could become whole when they were whole altogether. So now you got somebody who believes that they're broken. Then you got somebody else who believes that they're broken. They get together to try to be whole. And now they're two broke people, you know what I'm saying, trying to find love in each other when the love was in themselves to begin with. Right? And here's the truth. You could be married and still be single. You could be in a committed relationship and still be single. That's actually the best way that a relationship works. When you are single, right? Meaning that you love yourself. Meaning that with or without your partner, you are good. And your partner just adds to you. Right? But you're good without. But together, y'all become a force, right? And so you got to get to that level of love yourself.
So much. If no one loves you, you're still happy.
If no one loves you, you're still happy.
It means that your best friend is yourself. You can spend all day with yourself.
Spend time with yourself.
Oh, come on, I feel like shouting all by myself. Believe me, I can do it all the time. Even as a married man, take myself to dinner and order stuff for myself. Love myself.
Never really saw you coming.
Never saw you coming.
Till you turned me around.
So you turned yourself around. Yup.
I used to think I was nothing.
You used to think you was nothing. But look at this love you found.
So give me your hand like you should mine. No, I don't even want to see you cry. Oh, yeah, no more tears. Oh, yeah, no more tears. Take that chance, we'll be fine. No, I don't even want to see you cry. Oh, yeah, no more tears. Oh, yeah, no more tears.
All right, y'all. So, love yourself. Push yourself. Follow your lead. Right?
Mind Right Radio,
And-
your number
and one
one
of the
source
reasons-
for mind elevation.
And one of the reasons why you want to follow your lead is because you know what's promised to you. Right? You know what's promised to you. You just have to have the courage to take it. You know what I'm saying? You just have to have the courage to take it. You just have to have the courage to believe. You know what I'm saying? That is yours. And it is the power of that belief, right? It is the power of that belief that will take you anywhere you want to, right? It is the power of your belief that will make you step into your greatness immediately and not have to wait. You know what I'm saying? Because the shadow beliefs, right? What's underneath why you're not believing? You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Hold on, Oprah, talk to him.
Many of you, as I have been, as I am, are where you are in your life based upon what you believe. And it's not just what you think you believe on the surface, it's also your shadow beliefs that are holding you back from moving into the life that you believe you deserve. What I know is if you're not looking at the shadows, if you're not looking at what is subconsciously running through the tape in your mind, telling yourself you're not good enough, you're not worthy enough, you're not smart enough, you're not enough, which is a tape that's playing for a lot of people. If you're not conscious of that, then you end up acting out of that belief system and not out of what you know to be the truest or want to be the truest for yourself. You don't become what you want because so much of wanting is about living in the space of what you don't have. That's why Jim Carrey's story is so powerful, because he started to act as though he already had it. He would go up to Mulholland Drive, he would drive away thinking, I already have those things, I just haven't accessed them as yet. I believe those things are going to come to me and I'm going to act like they are, so I'm going to move forward in my life in order to draw that to myself in such a way that my actions are in alignment with what I say I believe. So if you start to think about that, really, why are you where you are in your life? The choices that you have made have been because of what you believe to be true for yourself. I understand that you work as hard as you can, you do as much as you can do, but you are in partnership with that which is your creator. And that when you can align with that, which is the creator's vision for your life, because your being here is a part of a force
purpose
of creation that's greater than you can ever know.
Greater than you
and you
ever
can
know.
align with that, not just your vision, but what is that vision for you, which I believe every human being has. You are your most powerful. To know that I come from that source.
You come from that
That
source.
has created all things. And this I know for sure.
That's for sure.
There's a mighty divine God out there. In here, around, above, and through. And I remember leaving, speaking in a church and saying, I don't know what the future holds, but I know who holds the future. I feel the same, only expanded that. What a privilege. As I think it's Joseph Campbell who said, the privilege of a lifetime is to be who you are. And I know that in the fullness of my being. And I know that because I believe. Many of you, as I have been, as I am, are where you are in your life based upon what you believe. And it's not just what you think you believe on the surface, it's also your shadow beliefs. But I don't vision board anymore because I am a powerful manifester. And I know that, and I know how to do it without physically putting it on a board. You have to meet the vibration. You can't be above or below it. It's just what I was talking about, negative energy, positive energy. In order to draw the thing to you that you want to come, you can't want it so much that you fear that you won't get it. You have to want it.
You have to want it.
In order for me to be on your vision board, you must have put it there,
and
then you let it go.
And let it go.
And you weren't thinking about it every day. Because you can't, it doesn't come to you that way. You have to do it. And then you put it, and then you have to meet that vibration. You prepare yourself to be there and ready.
Meet the vibration. So listen, right? In order to be a manifester, you got to be energetically aligned with the thing that you are looking to manifest, right? But you don't get it by begging for it. You don't get it by you got to make the request and let it go. Make the request and let it go. Make the request and let it go like you know it's going to go through. Right? Make the request and let it go like you know it's going to go through. The moment you place an order on Amazon, right? And you get that, you know what I mean? You place the order and you get that delivery date. Even before the delivery date, the moment you place that order, you know it's coming. There's nothing, right? There's nothing that tells you like, yo, you know what? I don't know if it's gonna come through. You know what I'm saying? You gotta place the order and then you gotta let it go. You know what I'm saying? And so it is the belief, right? It is the belief, right? It is the belief that it's coming that allows it to come. Right? Not the constant looking, oh my God, where is that? Why it's taking so long? Nah, like I believe, right? I believe.
Your belief is counted unto you as righteousness.
Your belief is counted as righteousness. Look, your belief is counted as righteousness. Let me break that down real quick, right? In order to be righteous, right, you have to believe in the promises that are given to you by your Most High. And so if you're made in the image and likeness of the Most High God, and you believe that you're made in that image, right, that belief system says that you're made in that image. So therefore, you have infinite possibilities. You know what I'm saying? And in order to have infinite possibilities, that means you're righteous because you believe. And so your belief The mere fact that you believe is counted as being righteous.
Axel.
Wait, hold on.
Your belief is counted unto you as righteousness.
Yep.
It will make the difference between where you fell short and what I call you to be. The last mile of the way is filled in simply by faith.
Yo, look, the last mile is filled in simply by faith. The last mile is filled in simply by faith. Faith is the belief in the unseen, which means you don't got to see it. You ain't got to know whether it's close or not. The last mile of everything that you are desiring in life is filled in simply by faith. Let's go one more time.
Your belief is counted unto you as righteousness. It will make the difference between where you fell short and what I call you to be. The last mile of the way is filled in simply by faith.
Yep.
That's a really good deal. He said, I'll mark your account up as if you were righteous, even though you're not righteous, just because you believe me. Abraham believed God, the Bible said, and it was counted unto him.
Yo, Abraham believed God
as righteousness. Just because he believed God. That's why you have to be careful about judging people.
Stop judging people, because you don't know what they believe.
Because you see what they did, but you don't know what they believe, and you don't know how God wrote it down in the books. And sometimes the one who is doing the judging might not be on the books as good as the one you are judging, because God counted that belief as righteousness.
Hold on one time.
Your belief is counted unto you.
I need y'all to understand
as
that.
Righteousness. It will make the difference between where you fell short and what I call you to be. The last mile of the way is filled in simply by faith.
Simply by faith.
That's a really good deal.
Simply by faith.
He said, I'll mark your account up as if you were righteous.
As if you were righteous.
Even though you're not righteous.
Even though you're not.
Because you believe me.
Just because you believe.
Abraham believed God, the Bible said, and it was counted unto him as righteousness. Just because he believed God. That's why you have to be careful about judging people.
Stop judging people.
Because you see what they did, but you don't know what they believe, and you don't know how God wrote it down in the books. And sometimes the one who is doing the judging might not be on the books as good as the one you are judging, because God counted that belief as righteousness.
All right, let's go. Let's go.
Mind Right Radio, your number one source of mind elevation.
This is a melody.
Your belief is counted unto you as righteousness. It will make the difference between where you fell short and what I call you to be. The last mile of the way is filled in simply by faith.
Simply by faith.
That's a really good deal. He said, I'll mark your account up as if you were righteous, even though you're not righteous, just because you believe me. That's why you have to be careful about judging people. Because you see what they did, but you don't know what they believe, and you don't know how God wrote it down in the books. And sometimes the one who is doing the judging might not be on the books as good as the one you are judging, because God counted that belief as righteousness. What God is concerned about in us is the fact that we do not believe. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth on him shall not perish, but have everlasting life. It's so simple, we miss it all the time. We give him works, we give him duties, we give him all kinds of sacrifices, walking around trying to be spiritual. None of that is going to count as much as simply taking God at his word, believing what he has said about you, walking in truth and in clarity, and having peace of mind. Somebody holler, I believe.
I believe.
The enemy does everything he can to tear down your belief system. If you open up a business, if you open up a company, one of the things you have is vision, purpose, and goals. And you write them down so all of your staff and all your team and all your customers can know, this is who I am. I am defined by my vision, my purpose, and my goals. That's my playbook. That's my creed. That's what I believe. You see the reason that's important. If you know who you are, then you know who you are not. If you don't know who you are, somebody can ascribe any identity onto you and you will morph into whatever they want you to be. And that's what has happened with a whole lot of us. Some of us have been 10 or 12 different people depending upon who we were with, because we don't know who we are. We become whoever they want us to be. And then when they leave us, we are confused because we have no real understanding of who we are. You say, well, I thought you were talking about believing in God. I'm talking about believing in God, but I'm also talking about believing in yourself.
Believe in yourself.
I can do all things.
Yep,
Somebody
I
say,
can do all things.
Oh my God, just stop right there. Say it again, I can do all things.
I can do all things.
Wouldn't it be amazing if you believe that? Wouldn't you sleep good tonight if you believe that? Wouldn't you walk around with your head up and your back straight if you believe that? Say it again, I can do all things.
I can do all things.
You wouldn't be intimidated by anybody, anywhere, at any time if you just believe that. Say it again, I can do all things. Can you imagine how different your job interview would go if you really believe that and walked in, they said, what do you do? I can do
all things.
Imagine if you were taught that from the time you were born into the world. The first thing your mama told you when they spanked you on the behind is, don't worry about it, baby. You can do all things.
Not some things.
We quote it, but we don't believe it.
Not some things.
One of the great privileges of my life is the opportunity to interact with people that I've seen from afar off. I get to see up close. I have met very few incredibly successful people who were not positive about themselves, confident in themselves. And I have met none of them who were any more gifted than you. None of them are any more gifted than you. In fact, in many cases, they are less gifted.
Less gifted.
Less talented.
Less talented.
Less skilled.
Less skilled.
They don't have more than you.
They don't have more than you.
They think differently.
They think differently than you.
People aren't blessed because they have more.
They're not blessed because they have more.
Life is an equal opportunity experience.
Yep.
You come here with 2 eyes and 2 legs and 2 ears and a nose and a mouth and a couple of hands. Boom, you're here.
It's what you do with it.
Do with what God gave you.
What God gave you.
Left up to you.
It's left up to you. What you do with what God gave you is left up to you.
No more than you do.
Yep.
He might have done more with what he had.
Yep.
But he didn't get any more. I want you to understand that the predicament that you are in right now does not define your destiny.
Yep.
They don't believe nothing. Let me try y'all over here. The predicament that you're
in right now
does not define
your destiny.
They're doing a little bit better. I'm going to try this section over here. The predicament that you are in right now does not define your destiny. You ought to look at every negative situation in your house and say, you're a liar.
Yeah.
I don't believe it. You're a liar. You lied on me.
I'm better than this.
You ought to lay hands on that tumor and call it a liar.
Call it a liar.
Every voice that said you'll never be nothing, you gotta call it out.
You gotta call it out.
Every time something whispers in your ear and says you can't make it through this, you can't take this, you're gonna have a nervous breakdown. You're gonna lose your mind. You're gonna die like your mama did. You're gonna get sick like your daddy did. You gotta talk back to those voices and say, hey! Sickness is a liar. Failure
is a liar.
Depression is
a liar.
Suicide is
a liar.
Despair is a
liar.
Spiritual heaviness, you're a liar. Disease, you're a liar. Can't learn, you're a liar. Can't read, you're a liar. Can't make it, you're a liar. Can't take it, you ought to call out every liar.
Mind Right Radio, your number one source for mind elevation.
All right, y'all. That's my time. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for tapping in, tuning in. The Ash Cash Show every Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Fast shout to everybody on the check-in. Look, you can DJ my conferences anytime. As long as the number's right. Let's do it. You know what I'm saying? I could definitely be a motivational DJ too. Styles Lewis, appreciate the badge love. All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all. Fast shout to everybody on YouTube checking. Your spoiledness is in the building. Brandon Lee is in the building. Donna Riley Cook is in the building. Soul on Ice is in the building. Charlene is in the building. Rachel Jackson is in the building. Wait, hold on. Let me throw on a beat for my YouTube people too. We in the building. Hey yo, if you used to go to the club back in the day, this is a song they used to play right when they about to close out. Right when they about to close, like follow me outside. Come outside. Salute Kenneth Coltrane is in the building. Mitrice Carter is in the building. Gabriel Allen is in the building. Thank you so much for everybody for the badge love. I appreciate y'all. That shout to 29 badges today. Salute. Future Reference Partners. Thank you for the badge love. Patrick Watkins, thank you for the badge love. Clement, thank you for the badge love. Amber Pratt Jones, thank you for the badge love. Ever Appropriate, thank you for the badge love. Butterfly Thoughts, thank you for the badge love. Ramaya Trask, thank you for the badge love. Is A-Lo, thank you for the badge love. Shaped by God's Hands, thank you for the badge love. The Don Oliver, thank you for the badge love. Authentic Culture Show, thank you for the badge love. Z Realty Group, thank you for the badge love. Mr. Mansa Musa, thank you for the badge love. Cool Lash East, thank you for the badge love. Vision of Peace, thank you for the badge love. Simon Michelle, thank you for the badge love. The Radakama Works, thank you for the badge love. Fruit Orleans, New Orleans, Fruit Orleans, thank you for the badge love. Blue 5 Keys, thank you for the badge love 3 times. Where's CJ, thank you for the badge love. My guy Griff, thank you for the badge love. Miss Tip, thank you for the badge love twice. Ronnie Lane, thank you for the badge love twice. I'm Greatness, thank you for the badge love. And Styles and Lewis, appreciate the badge love. All right, y'all, appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for tapping in, tuning in. The Ash Cash Show every Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tell a friend and tell a friend. Make sure you go to the AshCashShow.com. Make sure you go to AshCashShow.com. Subscribe to the podcast. Go to AshCashTV.com. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'll see y'all tomorrow. You know what I mean? I'll see you tomorrow in God's will. Same time, same place. Peace.
I'm talking about well. Money ain't a thing. Money ain't a thing.
Money in the bank. Money in the bank.
We can talk, but money talk, so talk more.
Ash Cash Show, Ash Cash Show, the Ash Cash Show, Ash Cash Show, the Ash Cash Show, Ash Cash Show, the Ash Cash Show.